Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Wicked. This is the third video I am dropping today. Today we are talking about Andrew Elam. This is another incredibly short case with little information, so this will be probably a very short video. But all the links I used for research will be down below, like always. Before we get started, don't forget that I have another podcast called Sinister, where I shed light on children cases and minorities. You should definitely go check it out. And yeah, I think that's it for the opener. And let's go to get into this. So, like I said, another case with not much information. But I didn't want to make it into a mini cases video. If you missed my previous video that I did before this, and missed me explaining what that is, basically on Sinister, I do a thing where I will group cases that have very little information, maybe one or two photos, not enough information to make a video on itself, and I will take like 2 to maybe 6 different cases, and I'll make a video out of it. That way I can cover more people, even people that have almost nothing on their case, and still put their name and stuff out there with maybe a phone number. And like I did with Victoria's video, which is the video previous to this, I wanted to just let this video shine a light on Andrew because his is very sad as well. So today is just going to be dedicated to Andrew, probably a very short video. I apologize for that if you're someone who likes longer videos. But yeah. So there aren't many photos of this case as well. So we have like one photo of Andrew, and I have some of the trail and all of that where he was on this day. But Andrew Drew Elam was a hard worker with a positive attitude who made friends easily. He was the youngest of 4 children in his family. In 1988, he graduated from Palm Springs High School, where he was a member of the Honor Society and a cross-country runner. At the time of his murder in June of 1989, I don't know why I said 9, this in Cathedral City, California, which is where it took place, or where he was from, he had recently finished his freshman year at California State University. And we have a quote from his father, Billy Dean, who says, "Boy, if he was going to do it, he really wanted to do it really well. He didn't want to goof around. He was a good guy. The world lost one of the good guys." End quote. On Saturday, June 17th, 1989, Andrew would be senselessly killed. He was jogging with his parents at the Pacific Crest Trail, which was a popular spot for hiking and jogging. He was jogging with his parents before deciding to turn around to go back to the car, located near the intersection of Highway 74 and 371. The car was parked on Highway 74. By 9 a.m., his parents reported him missing after they found their car had been broken into. 6 hours later, his body would be found in a secluded brush area located 1/4 mile from the top of the trail. Detectives believe that Andrew may have interrupted somebody breaking into the family car and paid for it with his life. So, we don't know who did this or anything like that, so that is still very much a mystery. And a quote from Billy Dean, he says, "It's one of the sad things in my life is his mom died without getting that closure." End quote. And in the article I was reading, his parents never went back to that hiking trail. Like, there is a memorial set up for Andrew, I believe, where his body was found, and they never even went to go see it until, I want to say, like 15, 20 years after it happened. And I believe it was just his father that went there. I believe his mother had already passed away. And in the article I was reading, like, it was the first time he had seen this memorial for his son, and he was just like, oh my gosh, like, it feels like this happened 2 seconds ago and 2 million years ago. Like, it's such a weird feeling. And he was about to go hiking on the trail again after all this time, and he's just like, I have a pepper spray on me and all this, and what happened to Andrew just really changed this place for me. Like, it just, like, it's a bad memory for him now, and my heart broke reading that. Like, after all these years, he's finally returning to the place where his son's body was found. I can't even imagine how he has to feel. Cold case detective Lester Harvey started to comb through the evidence and started to use advances in forensic technology to give the family closure by finding Andrew's killer. And Billie Dean says, "When I got the call from Detective Harvey, I thought, wow, I thought it was a cold case. And it is. But now it's warm. It's a very odd feeling. He made me feel better about bringing it all back again. It's not over until it's over, you know?" End quote. And yeah, like, bring his case back. Talk about it. Like, maybe all this case needs is like a little bit of a push. Maybe someone saw something that day. Maybe the forensic technology will bring the clues that you need to find the person who did this. And I really, really hope that before Andrew's father, Billy, passes away someday, I hope that closure can be brought to the family and at least one of the parents can pass on knowing that, like, the person who did this to their child is put away forever, or they at least know who did it, and it's not like this big mystery still. And that is what I have for you on the case of Andrew. Couldn't find anything about leads, investigation, evidence, an autopsy, nothing like that. I could not find anything other than the theory is that he walked in on people breaking into the family car, and they retaliated and they killed him, which I feel like is probably a very logical thing, considering the family found that it had been broken into, and I couldn't find if like anything had actually been stolen or if there was even anything to steal. I mean, someone could have, just killed him and made it look like they were breaking into the car, but I feel like he probably did walk in on a robbery. He was just there at the wrong time. And who knows, maybe if he hadn't turned around when he did, and he had just kept hiking, maybe he would still be alive. Like, I just kept thinking that while I was going through these articles and just being like, had he just not turned around and just kept going, maybe these people would have broken in. Maybe, yeah, they would have stolen something, but they would have been gone by the time the family got back. Or just something like that. Like, what if he just had not done that, turned around? What if he had just kept going? But thank you guys so much for listening to Andrew's story. I really feel like this is a case that can be solved. I feel like it's just one of those things where it just needs new eyes on it, and I hope that Lester Harvey is going to be the person that closes this case for this family. But if there's ever an update for Andrew Elam's case, I will definitely tell you guys about it. I really hope that something will be found, something big. But that is all I have for you guys today on Andrew's case. Thank you so much for listening to his story, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.